Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another Wargaming and Miniature video. In this video, we're going to do a product review of some Perry miniatures. I've got both the Infantry Battalion from 1807 to 1814 right here with the 44 figures, everything you need to make a battalion, and skirmishers. And I just recently picked up this Elite Companies box that says that it has the Voltigears and the Grenadiers from the Elite Companies all in skirmishers. This is going to be a two-part video. I'm going to do my first video is going to be on the battalion, and then the second video is going to be on the Elite Companies. This video is going to be about counting numbers and figures and trying to form units, and then also maybe looking at a little bit of the detail on these Perry models, and just trying to get an understanding of what the difference is or why you would need to pick up this Elite Company box when you have a battalion box. And if you just use the battalion box, you could make your Elite Companies and vice versa. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Infantry Battalion box first, and come back and check out the second video where we talk about the Elite Companies. All right, so this is the first video, and we're talking about the early war Infantry Battalion, the standard line battalion, 44 figures. If you look at, it says it contained, this is just something from me. It says it contains 36-man battalion. Okay, so all my battalions are 24 figures for black powder. So this is more figures than I need for a battalion. Perfect, because then I can use these extra figures for maybe towards a second battalion. Also, it includes 8 additional elite. That's how you get your 44. But it has 8 additional elite for skirmishers. Well, to me, I use those. When I put my battalions together, I put the skirmisher figures directly into the unit, and that way I don't swap figures out. I just put the figures out in front and spread them out. Okay, so let's take a look inside. This box has seen better days. It comes with the Perry infantry bases. These are based on 15mm frontages, which I don't use. I use Warlord 40mm bases for a 20mm frontage. Before we go any deeper, let's take a look at this book. This is it's not a book, it's a fold out. Okay, so a bunch of uniforms here. We're talking about the white coat regiments, the 1806 to 1807. Talking about Fusiliers, the French infantry head of the column, and then the Elite Companies. It even talks about the Elite Companies. The Swiss regiments, Guards of Paris, Kingdom of Italy, Kingdom of Naples. So if you wanted to paint up your guys, and they're showing how to base them up as a battalion. 6 bases of 6 figures. And these flags. These flags seem a little small. I'll have to do some measurements. But 1st Battalion, 2nd Battalion of the 4th line, 1st and 2nd of the 9th line, 1st of the 42nd, Naples, Swiss. Pretty cool. So you got flags for all the different nations, okay, that you could use these figures for. All right, let's tuck that away. Let's pull these figures out now and just kind of take a look at them. Okay, that's all of those. Okay, these are all small sprues. Okay, that I'm digging that. And then the big sprue. Okay, we'll get to these sprues here in just a minute, but we're looking at 5 figures on a sprue with their matching arms, heads, backpacks. We'll get into those because you got a variety of different types of heads. These all have the long coats on, so when you glue them on, when you take the backpack and you glue them on, it'll give them the long coat, which I like that. Okay, so we got Voltigeur heads, Grenadier heads, and line Shakos. You got the 2 Shakos, and then you got 2 Shakos with the weather covering. Okay, so importantly, we're looking at 1 rifle. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 sets of rifles or muskets with epaulets for the elites. So there's 4 of those, which would be these 4 heads. But let's see if we have some non-epaulets on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you could make them with or without epaulets. That's pretty good. You got, okay, that's pretty outstanding. And you're looking at, and remember there's 5 figures per, so 10, and they're all the same. 10, 15. That's different. 20. 25. Different. 30. Okay, so there's 30 that could be Grenadiers, Fusiliers, or Voltigeurs. What did I say, 30? Okay. Let's take a look here. There's only 4 figures here. This is their 8 figure skirmishers that I would predict. These guys have the really tall plumes for the Voltigeurs, or the short plumes, or the bearskin caps. So you're looking at, they could all be bearskins because you're looking at 4 bearskins, 4 tall plumes, or just, what are you, mid-sized plume? It's a little extra pom-pom. And these guys have the swords. Okay, well, 2 of these have the swords. Wow, okay. I'm going to have to do some math here. And then this is the command sprue. Got a couple of attendants with their axes. Got the engineer There's the attendants with their brace of pistols. One of these is going to be the standard bearer. One of these is going to be the officer. That's probably this guy. And these all have bear skins, Voltigeur heads, light heads, or even line. Some with even the bicorn. Okay, this is the most important thing for me on the command sprue. I see one drum, one standard. Now there's a light horn. Okay, so I could make a light unit without the standard, without a drum, just the horn. Okay, so with this French infantry battalion box, you can make either a light infantry battalion, line infantry battalion, grenadier battalion. You could do long plumes, short plumes. With grenadiers, with Voltigeurs. Yeah, you're set. You could do you can mix and match and have all kinds of different combinations. But I'm really only seeing one standard, one drum, but also I see a bugler, so you could make a light unit. So I could make a 22 and a 22. I still need 4 more figures to flesh this out. Okay. Because I'm not going to do a 36 unit battalion. I'm only going to do a 24 figure battalion. All right, come back and check out the second video where I do a review on the elite companies, the 40 figures there, and we can see how they compare. I'll see you then.